Hello, everyone. My name is Sabrina, and today we are here to learn something about a certain culture from certain countries and places in the world. It's about Eid Festival. We are doing this as part of conversational friendship and also trying to invite you to learn new cultures for people who don't know and for people who know, to share your culture with people who are going to watch this recording. So I know that every country has different traditions and cultures. We are going to talk about our culture and how we celebrate Eid al-Adha in every country uh, from the Muslim world. So in Live in Peace Now, we are used to share different events. The last ones in terms of sharing culture was about Easter. It was a great also festival and event. People shared with us how they celebrate this in Ukraine and in Canada and in USA. Also, we celebrated the New Year Eve Festival with people from different countries in the world. And today, we would like to share with people what is Eid al-Adha, what is the sacrifice, why do we celebrate this, when do we celebrate this, and how do we celebrate it. So thanks everyone for being here and share this with other people who don't know about this event and this festival. The table of content is like this. We are going to have a quick introduction. Then we are going to speak about the origin and etymology of the event or of Eid al-Adha. We are going to speak about traditions, food, new clothes, prayer. How does it go? What do people do during the first day and the second day? And we are going to speak about the calendar. When do we celebrate this? And how do we decide upon the date of celebration? And we will have a small conclusion, which is a discussion from all of us. You can share how does it work in your countries. What I want to say here is that Eid al-Adha celebration, as all of you know, is called also the sacrifice. It's known as the Greater Eid or the second one because in the Muslim country we have two events or two festivals. The one which comes right after Ramadan, which is the small one, and the one which comes later in time, which is Eid al-Adha or the sacrifice. It is the second most important festival in the Muslim country calendar, and it is also, or it come right with the end of the Hajj, which is the pilgrimage, where people go to a place called Mecca and they do the traditions of the Hajj or pilgrimage. It takes place on the 10th day of Dhul Hijjah, which is a month in the Islamic calendar. But for more details, we can go through when does it happen later in the presentation. Where does it come from? From Arabic, we say Eid al-Adha. Actually, for people who know Arabic, we say Eid al-Adha, but most of the time we say also Eid al-Adha, and it is the holiday of sacrifice. What is its significance? We do it in commemoration of Abraham, which is related, as I said, to to al-Hajj or pilgrimage. And it begins, as I said, on the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, which is a month in the Islamic calendar. It is supposed to change from year to year because of the calculation, and we are going to do this for the upcoming 2 years, so you can know for next year when it will be. So I wanted to share with you 3 important things. The sacrifice, we are going to watch a video on YouTube to let you know what is it. And then the offering, what do we offer? Why do we do it? And then also the prayer, we are going to watch a video about some expressions or words that we say when we pray for this specific great day. Let's watch the first video together.
Our beloved Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, once had a dream in which he was commanded by Allah. Our beloved Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, once had a dream in which he was commanded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to sacrifice his beloved son Ismail, peace be upon him. Prophet Ibrahim informs his son about his dream. Ismail says, "Oh, my father, do what you are commanded. Allah willing, you will soon find me patiently enduring." The Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, walks towards his son and lays him down, and is about to perform the sacrifice on his son when suddenly a voice is heard. "You have indeed made the dream come true, and this is how we reward the virtuous." Angel Jibrail arrives and places a ram from Jannah at the place of sacrifice. Prophet Ismail, peace be upon him, is saved by the grace of Allah. 1 million people in need have benefited from.
Okay, so if I want to summarize this video to speak about the origin or why do we celebrate the Eid al Adha event or festival, in the Islamic world, the Prophet Ibrahim had a son and he saw a dream. And in the dream, he was asked to sacrifice his son, and he asked him. And because he was believing in his father and he had faith, he said, "Do what you have asked, father. Do what you have been asked from Allah." So Allah, when he went and he was about to sacrifice his son, uh, so there was this compassion from Allah. They gave him a sheep, so he doesn't sacrifice his son, but he sacrifices an animal. And following this tradition, in the Muslim country, we also sacrifice a sheep. It can be sheep, it can be a cow. So according to what people want, or according to what people means, I mean, sometimes they cannot sacrifice something big, so they can sacrifice just a sheep. In bigger families, they do cows. And yes, and we follow up. I would like also to speak about the amount of sacrifice, and you can correct me after this in a discussion. I did some research and I found out that the third fourth, 3 out of 4, so should be offered to people. So if you, for example, sacrifice a sheep, 3 parts of the 4 parts should be given to people who couldn't eat meat or enjoy a specific meal during the year. So you are helping people I mean, you are sharing food with them, and you are sharing your food with people, or you can cook and invite people to eat with you, but you are allowed to keep 1/4 of the amount. We can also, there is no video, we can also speak about the prayer. I did some research and I found out that there is a specific prayer for Eid al Adha, and I invite you to watch this. A beautiful girl is going to be performing this, but in real time, it's Imam who is the person responsible in the mosque, and they all together with people, they pray early the morning, I think 6 or 5 a.m. according to the prayer time in different places. Okay, the video is long, but basically you can just Google Eid al Adha prayer, and you can, if you wish, you can listen or see this later. But to give you an idea how what is it said, it's something spiritual, and it's specific to Eid al Adha. In the morning, early, they pray together, and then after that, people go and visit their families. First of all, they do the sacrifice, of course, and then they visit their families. Later, when you have the right to speak, you can also tell us how it goes in your country, because I'm sure from a country to another, there should be some differences. Okay. This we did before, but again, I can read it. So about the origin, the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, has reported that he heard it, that it's a tradition that has come down to us from Abraham. The Feast of Sacrifice, it is called, or the Festival of dates are from the historic event from the Prophet Abraham, and it was commanded by God to sacrifice an animal instead of his son from the prison. Here are two pictures I wanted to share exactly to illustrate all what I have been saying. You see in the picture the illustration, of course, not real, but just an illustration of a man about to sacrifice his son, and an angel coming to him and offering him a sheep instead of his son. The name of the prophet is Abraham, as everyone know, and the son is Ismail. Now, as I said before, it changes the date when this is celebrated. It changes from year to another. So 2022, 2023, 4 and 5, we have different dates because we have different calculations according to the Islamic calendar. For example, next year it will be 26th of June, and then 2024, we are going to celebrate this on the 14th of June, and we go down to the 4th of June as we go in the years. I wanted to share also a map of where is this celebrated. This is celebrated mainly in the Muslim countries, but while doing my research, I have some friends who live in different countries, like London or USA, or even other countries, Russia, and they have small communities of Muslim communities, and they can celebrate it. I think that the Canadian government, if I am not wrong, my friend from Canada is not here, but I think that the government offer now as an official day to celebrate those religious this religious event. I'm not sure in other countries, but I have heard the president, Canadian president and first minister, sorry, and UK first minister speaking about those events and sharing, greeting people about those events. So it is celebrated widely internationally, but specifically it's an event or a festival that is belonging to the Muslim country. This is the most amazing part. It's when we share with you the food and the clothes and family visit. And so apart from this festival, according or from it changes again from a country to another, but there are some specific foods and specific clothes, and there visiting family and greeting, meet yourself. So about food in Algeria, my country of origin, we generally do some delight. We cook them specifically for this event. About clothes, I think that men generally they wear some white long dress to go and do the sacrifice, or maybe after the sacrifice they wear it and they go greet their families. Women generally wear just new things to celebrate this. It's different from a woman to another. They can wear whatever they want, but generally they wear specific clothes, new clothes for this specific event. And then I wanted to share with you how we do the greeting in this specific festival. So I tried to do it in 3 languages, but if you are from Pakistan or from Afghanistan or other Muslim countries, you can during the discussion tell us how do you greet in your countries. So Arabic, literally Arabic, we say Eid Mubarak, and it's spelled like this. Eid Mubarak. And Turkish people,
Mm.
it's a bit specific. They say Bayram Mubarak olsun. This is from the Turkish language, and it's spelled also like this. Bayram means Eid. Mubarak means like Mubarak means like it should be good and
Greetings.
something. Yeah, I don't know. You can tell me later also in your
Yes.
country how do you say
Mubarak
it.
means something greeting.
Yes, great. And French people say, like in the French country, I have heard people saying bonne fête,
Bon,
which
yeah.
is also Eid Mubarak. And they say the l'Aïd because it's the name of this festival. I would like now to show you something else. Those are some emojis that people share during this event. So you can go on your social media and find some of them. So it's nice in the morning when you wake up, you can send some of them to your friends or to your families. Some of them are like a book of the Holy Book of Quran. So you invite people to read or you tell them that you are reading. Some of them are clothes. As I said, this is a specific cloth for this event. Men wear this. This is an emoji of the sheep, the sacrifice. So because Eid is related to the sacrifice, which is this animal, the sheep. Others are just drinks or the mosque. Um, Yes, and this is maybe a bottle of water, and it's written a name of a specific of a holy water because people who go to pilgrimage, which is Hajj in Arabic, it is said in the tradition that water there is holy. So they put some water in bottles and they bring to their families when they drink. It's a spiritual. It has a spiritual meaning when they drink this water. It gives them. Mm, I don't know how to say this, but it's like a holy water. So it gives them uh, maybe their wishes that they couldn't come true. Drinking this water, they think that their wishes come true, but it's just spiritual related. And people who believe in this, it's sometimes it really works. It really works. And so feel free to send those emojis for people who are Muslim during this event. My Canadian friend sent me some of them during this day, though she's not, but she knows that I celebrate this, so she sent me. It can also be praying, like those two hands praying, and those are emojis. I wanted also now to share we can start the discussion, and while we are discussing, I can share with you some videos to show you some this celebration from different countries in the world. So thank you for listening. I'm not going to be long. We would like to know where are you from and how do you celebrate this day? You can speak about food, you can speak about clothes, you can speak also about the origin, as we said before. But we would like to hear like what is specific in your country from other countries. That would be interesting to know because the origin and the general or standard traditions we did them. So we want to know in your countries how do women dress, how do men dress, how do you greet each other, what is the specific food or specific music or something that is specific to your countries. Thank you. Maybe Imran Hussain, we start with you. Imran, where are you from and how is Eid celebrated in your country?
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, madam?
Good, thank you.
Okay, so I am from Bangladesh, and it is. Can you just a minute? I'm trying to. Okay, so yeah, so like in our country, normally we celebrate our Eid in a same way. Most of the Muslim country, the way they celebrate. So in the morning, we wake up early in the morning, and we perform our Fajr prayer, and then like my father, we went to the field where we can complete our eat prayer and come back. Before we went to the field, we eat some sweet and we greet each other by salam. So normally assalamu alaikum and what's up, how are you, and Eid Mubarak. Yeah, it's a pretty much same thing, you know. About food, we don't have this kind of a special. We started in our day with the sweet and you know very small kind of a snack. After that, we slaught cow or goat, whatever you know affordable for us. And normally, most of the people are you know try to slaughter the cow, which is you know right now probably we are a developing country, so most of the people are not capable to do that. So they are sometimes do it differently. So I have a little problem in my throat, so I need to some water. If you can ask some other person to continue that, we'll be very happy. I'm very happy with that.
Thank you. Well, thank you. So this remind me your country, Bangladesh. Imran? Yeah, I think it was Bangladesh. Yeah, thank you for this. So this was from Bangladesh. Hashim, I see your hand. Where are you from, and how did you spend it with your family or your friends? How does it go generally in your country?
Okay, good evening. Assalamu alaikum. I am from Pakistan. Yeah, we celebrate every year two kinds of festivals. One is Eid al-Fitr and there is Eid al-Adha. So the big Eid, we call it Eid al-Adha. In this day, we take a bath and then we wear clean and new clothes, new shoes, and perfume. And you can say we get up so good. We will try our best that we will get up so good, that we look good. Yeah. Then we go to for prayers to masjid or maybe on open space, especially. It will be more good if we pray in open space. After our religious prayers, we come back to home and we celebrate Eid with everyone, with kids, with women, and we have fresh notes of money. We give to the children; they are very happy.
Yeah.
We try to give everyone, even in way if there is someone poor, we give to them in a home to children and females and all others who are you can say all people. Then we celebrate Eid and the females in a home they cooked different kind of dishes. They prepared breakfast for us. So we enjoy that. We all sit together and we enjoy that breakfast and other dishes, especially sweets. Yeah, in this way, when our neighbors comes, our guests comes, we also celebrate them Eid, and we can say decorate special kind of table. There is fruits, dry fruits, sweets, cakes, every kind of uh, different kinds of foods and dishes we decorate for the guests. The people who want something, even cold drinks. So they depend the mood of the people, what they want to do, what they want to eat. So all items will be, we can say, prepared for the guests. So then we also go to our neighbors' homes. We also celebrate. We also eat this kind of dishes in their homes, and we enjoy and we share gossip and a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing with us how does it work in your country. Hassan, you are from Turkey? You are mute,
Yeah,
can you?
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I'm from
welcome.
Turkey.
Where in Turkey are you from?
I'm living in Istanbul.
Okay. How does it work in Istanbul?
Now the weather is boiling and uh, everything is fine. I think there is nothing to complain here.
Nice, nice. That's positive. Uh, so there was Bayram in Istanbul last the 5th of July, I guess. So
Yeah,
last
yeah,
5th of
yeah,
July.
yeah. We celebrated sacrifice fest maybe
Yes,
1 month ago.
yes. So how do you greet someone if you meet them during this day in Turkish language? How do you say?
Uh, we said Bayram.
Yes,
So we said bayramınız mübarek olsun.
yes. Which means
It means your bayram mübarek.
okay.
Is Byron is a name? Like the
Bayram
name?
means Eid. Means
Oh,
yeah,
Fest,
yeah.
fest means
Fast
bayram.
festival. Yes.
oh, I thought it's a girl's name. Okay. So
No.
like Byron means the girl's name is,
Oh, maybe I don't
yeah.
know. Can a girl in Turkish language? Do you have Bayram as a name for girl, Hassan?
No, for
No,
girls, no.
no, just
Okay.
for this event. Okay, thank you. And how do you go pray? Do you sacrifice?
Okay, when sacrifice fest comes, we always wake up early in the morning like other Muslim brothers in different Muslim countries.
Mhm.
And first, of course, we go to mosque to pray. Then we slaughter our sacrifices, and we never eat anything till we cook the meat of our sacrifices. We break our fast by eating the meat of our sacrifices.
Ah, okay, that's a new information. Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Then,
So like, can I ask you a question if you don't mind? Sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So like first, you, so like what we did, so we normally eat sweets and something very small like snacks, and then we go to the mosque or field, and then we come back and slaughter, and
Mhm.
then we cook the meat, and but we didn't do the first. So you first on that day eat day,
Hmm.
or it's like you come back from the mosque or whatever you pray, and then you slaughter your cow or whatever, and then you cook it, then you eat. Is it something like that?
Yeah,
Yes, we
yeah,
got your
yeah.
answer
You can say
question,
that
Hassan.
half day
He's
fast.
right.
Okay, half day fast. Because when we wake up, we never drink, we never smoke, we never eat anything, and we start to wait for the meat of sacrifice to eat to break our fast. This is
Okay.
this is the rule in
Yes,
Turkey.
Oh,
yes, yeah, he's right. He's right. Yeah, yeah.
this is
Okay.
And
a
then the oldest member of our family, the oldest member of our family, put all other members in a line to celebrate festival one by one to each other.
To greet each other.
Yeah, yeah,
Greeting.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And that's it. Then our neighbors starts to come
Okay.
visit, and we always have desserts.
Yeah.
Uh, so you can get fat easily during the sacrifice fast.
Yes.
I can say all of this. It goes
Um,
like this. It goes on like this.
okay. In Turkey, do you do this at home or do you do it in specific places?
Okay. In Turkey, people sometimes they sacrifice sheep, so they can slaughter their sacrifices by themselves easily. But if they sacrifice cow, so they need a special place to slaughter it because uh, this
the sacrifice shouldn't be painful for the sacrifice. It should
Very
be,
important. Yes.
yeah. So you need a professional support
Yes.
if you want to sacrifice a cow. So in this case, you need a private place to do it.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for this information. Really,
You're welcome. A pleasure.
thank you. So that this was some additional information from Turkey. Sayed, hi, how are you?
Yeah, hey everyone, dear friends.
Yeah, hi, Sayed. Do you want to add something for celebration of Eid from Afghanistan?
Yeah, that's a really good issue for me and for my friends that we have here. This is really a good festival and really interesting day in Islamic calendar. We have two Eids. One is Eid al-Fitr with Ramadan month. We talked about this month before. It was so gorgeous and beautiful month for us that we passed it. And the second one is Eid el Adha, with sacrifice of sheep and different people sacrifice sheep and different people sacrifice cow and different animals. We can sacrifice different animals. One person has to sacrifice one sheep. If five, I think seven person share, they can sacrifice a cow. 7 person. This
Okay.
is one point, and the second point, in Afghanistan we celebrate Eid al-Adha first when we wake up from the sleep, and we just directly uh, go to to shower and get and take up new dresses and go to masjid for pray. After I think 20 minutes and 30 minutes, we after prayer we go for greeting all village people together, maybe different societies and different villages, maybe 50 families and 60 families, 100 families, all they come to masjids, and masjids meaning different families come to masjid and for greeting. All people they are greeting together, and then the children come some foods and sweaty and special cooks, special cookies and different other sweaty things, and all they together eat this uh, food and cookies and different things, and after that they go to sacrifice and slaughter their animals, and then cook some special dishes, and go to the relatives side and relatives families. Some relatives go to their families, and they come to some my relatives come to my family, and different relatives go to different families, and they're greeting. And we have in Afghanistan we have 5 days Eid al-Adha,
Okay.
perfect mix. Yeah, and
Okay.
different kinds,
That's long.
especially 3, 4, and some celebrate 5 days it, and some some youngs go to different provinces and different countries for picnic, especially some my friends go to Pakistan in these days, and Pakistan people come to Afghanistan for picnics. I think this is a really good day, and we passed it. It was really beautiful, and it was really enjoyable.
Thank you so much. And speaking about people doing long distances to visit each other on this event, I have heard, I want to be corrected if that's wrong or related or not to your countries, that people who couldn't speak with each other or who were in conflict with each other during the year, that this is an event or for them to forgive each other, for forgiveness. Is that true? Like in your families or in your small
Yeah.
communities?
Especially in Ramadan months, they're trying to do this in
Oh,
Ramadan, and also in Eid al-Adha, all families trying uh, uh, to be peaceable, yeah, to talk together, to
yeah.
go for meeting.
Yeah, so to be in peace with yourself and with the people we were in conflict with. That's what I could find during my research.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you really, Sayed, for those information. Abu, you live, Abu?
Senegal, can you hear me?
Yeah, Abu, from Senegal, how does it work?
Yes, as we call it in Arabic, it is called Eid al Adha. I cannot pronounce it correctly, but it is a very important festival, and Eid al Adha is celebrated all over the world. And in Senegal, it is known as Tabaski.
Is there a
Well,
specific greeting? How do you greet each other in Senegal?
yes, there is a specific greeting that we all use during that time to say.
Okay.
He was saying that it is a very important event and it is celebrated in 4 days that begin when some bright prays at the local mosque. When the prayer is done, then the family prepare to slaughter a sheep or a cow. It really depends on the country that you are, but from here we mostly slaughter a sheep. This is what we do in Senegal.
Okay. Yeah, well, thank you for sharing this. I would like to invite you to watch a case study of a whole day, or at least all what we have spoken about. We will see in a video how does it work in Algeria, my country of origin. That's a family. Some people came from London to celebrate with Algerian people, and you will see how some traditions from there, which is similarly like other countries with small differences. It's about 5 to 6 minutes, and after that we will go back to any questions or any things you wanna add. So I wish you enjoy.
Back to my channel. It's your girl Yusra, and I'm back today. Bark everyone. Sahid Khan to all my North Africans. All of that. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what we got up to, what we ate mostly. Obviously, it's quarantine right now, so there's not much to do. But do you guys like my hand? My sister done like a little cute swoop. Hello, Sahid. Just how we, I think like press on us.
So here, these are girls and family from London going to their families in Algeria.
Listen, this is the person I'm meant to do so many videos with, but now she's being shy. Because you're like, hey guys.
So they meet each other here.
Get me a kiss. Yeah. Give me a kiss, please. Yeah, he's not feeling it right now. So sorry, guys. Guys, it's my auntie. Welcome, everyone. It's going dead. This is your. I don't remember. Okay, you don't want it.
Bana.
Now you have to.
Anyone tell me what's going on here?
This is kind of the food that it is prepared. This is really Algerian. I don't know what kind of food in the countries, but in Algeria we prepare this food.
Oh, Nabada, still, I'm done.
I would stretch it out to this leg.
So this was a person who does vlogs. And she was like sharing a full day of Eid when she came from London, going to her family in Algeria. So it was not specifically only Eid related, but it was all what she has been doing with her family. As you see in the pictures, I just stopped the how can I say, the sound, so I explain things here. So here, for example, in the pictures, previous pictures, we saw a little kid receiving some money. I don't know who spoke about this. I think I don't remember, but I think that Hashim Khan, I don't know who said that in his culture, kids were given money or something.
Yes, Hashim told. We give money to children
Exactly.
and females. Yeah.
It's the same in my country. They give money for children also.
Yeah.
And later we saw some delights. Like here we saw some delights. That's typically
Yeah,
what.
same. It's a betrayal.
And then after cutting the sheep, they prepare the foods and they eat and they share. And after that, they go visit their families or they go to garden and enjoy. And that's how it is celebrated also in this. Some traditional bread are also prepared, family. Maybe something that you haven't mentioned. In my country, there is this. We call it, it's like tattoo, but it's not tattoo. It's called kina. And girls take this in their hands for this day also, or the night of this event. They do this.
But the female here, they make flowers and different kind of signs. They decorate so well their hands with henna in Pakistan.
Okay. Yeah, different designs. Yeah, it depends
Yeah.
from a country to another. That's okay. Okay, I think that I would like now to ask Rosemary, because I think all of us, we know what is it, except for Rosemary, because she comes from a different culture, a different country. So if there are any questions, we would like to hear from you, Rosemary. You are welcome.
Thank you, Sabrina. And this was really interesting. I've really enjoyed learning from you all. And, you know, all over the world, in every culture, there are certain things that persist that you find just about everywhere. Like, for instance, special cookies, the treats. The English word is what I saw was cookies. And that's true for many festivals in the United States also. And we do give money to children on certain holidays. For us, it's both Halloween, which is October 31st, and Christmas, and also in the Jewish culture in Hanukkah. And so it's nice to see families in other countries and other cultures celebrating together. And of course, the story of Abraham sacrificing his son is one that we know also, although it is not a part of our culture to celebrate it. Nevertheless, it's a story that, you know, we've learned and that has some significance for us. I found the map really interesting. You know, it kind of shows a band of countries across the world that share these celebrations. And I wasn't aware that there was this continuity of cultures and countries where this kind of celebration is observed. So that was really interesting. Thank you.
Yes, really. So those green countries are all of them Muslim countries. But as I have mentioned in the beginning, Eid nowadays is becoming international. So even I have some cousins and family in London and also in Russia, and they said that and in Canada, my friend from Canada saying that they give a day to celebrate this. So though mainly it is celebrated in Muslim countries as in the map, but some other countries, they tolerate this kind of celebration in small communities, of course, Muslim communities in the Western world.
Right, and that's great.
Absolutely, in terms of culture, diversity of culture, that's great.
Right, and I know that Canada is a very diverse country.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, thank you, Rosemary.